Yo, welcome back, Rebuilders. I am happy today to talk about one of my favorite authors and one of my favorite concepts that have really helped guide my own coaching, my business, and a lot of the athletes that I've worked with. James Clear is the author of Atomic Habits and multiple other books out there. And if you've ever done any of this behavior change stuff or ever tried to kind of better yourself through self-improvement, Atomic Habits is probably one of the first books that people have suggested to you. Within that book, though, is a really interesting kind of concept about goals. And one of the things that I've really tried to conceptualize for myself over the last few years is that winners and losers both have the same goals. Everybody wants to squat 3 times their body weight. Everybody wants to make $1 million. Like, everybody has the same goals. Most people can conceptualize and dream big. Like, your moonshots, your goals, your aspirations don't actually make you special. And when I first read that, it was kind of a punch in the gut. And if this is the first time you're hearing it, I can understand if that's the typical response, because for many people it is. It's like, what do you mean? My goals, I've been told my entire life, like, set goals. Goals are the most important thing. Like, if you don't goal set, then you're a moron. You're never going to go anywhere in life. And it's not that that's not true. It's that the losers actually focus on just the goal. They focus on just the outcome. They focus on that $1 million, or they focus on that big squat, or they focus on whatever that next big step is, losing that 10 pounds, 15, 20 pounds, whatever it is. They focus on the goal. But the winners actually focus on the actions or the process that's going to get them to that goal. And the secret is they're actually able to disconnect the actual actions that they're taking and the outcome. Because I've mentioned this in previous iterations, but when you start at something, you're going to suck at it. When it is new, it's not going to be great. The first time you came to the gym, tried to do a back squat, you probably didn't know what a barbell was. You didn't know where to put it on your back. You didn't know what to do with your hands. And you probably moved around a little bit more like a baby giraffe than anything else. So it took reps, it took time, it took failures, it took learning to get better at that skill and actually become good at it. And it probably took, in reality, a lot longer than you thought it was going to take to actually get good at those things. And what ends up happening is a lot of people, when they get to the goal, then they're done. And they kind of hit it and they attach themselves to it. And they say, okay, cool, I figured it all out. And then the key, though, is how do you repeat it? How do you repeat that goal? How do you do it again? How do you find ways to progress past that thing? And that's when the actions actually matter. And it's on top of that, it's disconnecting how you feel about the outcome with those actions. Because there were plenty of times where you were learning that squat where you probably felt like giving up. You weren't there yet. It was discouraging. If you're able to actually disconnect those feelings from the outcome and really just focus on the actions, then that can make striving towards that goal, it can make moving in those directions a much, much stronger push and apply across multiple different goals. Because that's the key piece here, right? Because what you're trying to build is actually consistency. What you're trying to build is actual discipline. And we can talk about the difference between motivation and discipline later, but that's really what it comes down to. Because once you're able to disconnect the actions from the outcome and really focus on completing the actions, that's when you can consistently get outcomes with the goals that you set, and not just focus on hitting the goals. And then once you're there, stopping the actions. Because once you stop those actions, the next goal actually gets further away. And that's the difference between winners and losers. They have the same goals, but they connect to the process and outcome differently, where they're focused on the actions, not focused on just the outcome. So thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, do all those other fun things. If you're listening to this on Spotify, please send a rating. 5 stars would be awesome. If my audio quality is terrible and you give me a 1 star, then I'll just be fine with it. I'm not going to hunt you down or anything because I pretty much just live in this basement. So if you don't know who I am, my name is John Flagg. I own Rebuild Stronger, a strength and rehab company for powerlifters and other strength athletes. All of this stuff, I want to give as much knowledge away to you guys as completely free as possible, and really just kind of expand your brains around how to get stronger more reliably and stay healthy. So until next time, peace.